the job of advertising is to build relationships with an audience and to establish some trust and some credibility. But it takes that much longer to do it from advertising than it does in building that personal connection with somebody. And I think that's what we have to really emphasize and focus on is that personal connection that you're building with someone. Like you said, it takes time,
This is not an or situation. Should I build
right?
relationships or should I do advertising? It's and. You can do advertising and build relationships.
Hmm.
We're talking a lot about trust. And one of the best ways for a purple collar professional to start building relationships is when they identify who is their client, who already trusts their client, right? So if you can build a trusting relationship with someone who is already a trusted person of your ideal client, that is like one of the best ways possible to do this. I'll give you an example of us, right? We spent last week not only building, but also managing some of our existing relationships.
Hmm.
In our industry, we get a lot of our business through accountants and bankers. And the reason why is they are typically a trusted advisor of the purple collar business owner, right? They're
Hmm.
going to them to do their books for the accountant and their taxes. They're going to the banker to handle cash flow situations and how is the money working and depositing checks and doing all that. So we build relationships with these people. And what we have done over the past few weeks is we've simply managed existing relationships. So here's one of the things that we did. Last week, we invited one of our relationships out to lunch. We spent 3 hours sitting there, and not that you can do this every single day, but we spent 2 or 3 hours sitting there. And Tom and I had a very specific intention, right? We were going to ask them for referrals of very specific people. And this gentleman knew that's kind of what we were going in there to talk to him about. But Tom, how much time of this 2 hour lunch did we spend talking about that?
About 15 minutes, I think it was.
During this conversation, we talked about each other's lives. We talked about, we asked this gentleman what his passion was and what he was trying to accomplish in his career. We asked him about what was going on in his life. We talked about some experiences Tom and I have had. And we were sitting there getting to know one another on a deeper
Hmm.
level. So
Hmm.
when you're building relationships, there should be an intention. And as Tom expressed before, it can't just be take, 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 right? It has to be giving too.
Hmm.
So a lot of these relationships and almost every conversation I have with anybody, I typically end it the same way. Say, is there anything that we can do for you? If I'm the one who said, hey, let's go out to lunch because I want to talk to you about something, even when I'm asking, I still at the end say, hey, is there anything that I can do for you? Is there anything you need from us? Because that's how you continually build relationships. It has to be a two-way street.